Well, hello, my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. Something a little bit different today. This isn't tarot cards. This is an article in Closer. And I'm going to quickly read you the article and then we'll do the tarot cards and find out what the heck is going on. So, this article in Closer, this is the 30th of September to 6th of October issue. Jeez, I lost my train of thought there for a moment. Okay, so Meghan's bombshell memoir, The Fight Is Not Over. Well, first of all, she's the only one who's fighting. They're ignoring her. She's the one who's fighting. Royal biographer Tom Bower reveals the details of Meghan Markle's new autobiography as insiders reveal how the royals are bracing themselves for the worst. Yeah, because they're dealing with the Wicked Witch of the West. Appearing at the Invictus Games earlier this month to rapturous applause as she supported husband Prince Harry, Meghan Markle flaunted her star appeal as she hugged supporters and made her own heartfelt speech. And we all know what that was all about. And while her ongoing feud with the royals appeared to have taken a backseat, days later, rumors began to circulate that Meghan, 42, was planning her biggest revenge move yet by penning her own explosive memoirs. So they just prove that she's the only one. She wants revenge. She's the one who's fighting. She's the only one who's keeping this alive. They actually could really care less about her. But if she is nothing unless she's fighting the royals. Now, a former BBC journalist, Tom Bower, author of Revenge, Meghan, Harry, and the War Between the Windsors, warns that Meghan looks set to unleash more truth bombs on the royal family. Yeah, they're her truths. She's been caught in so many lies. Meghan's memoir will be better than Harry's, and there's no doubt it'll be worth an absolute fortune if she signs a contract. There will be a big readership for the spurned Duchess, Tom says. The only way it can make money is through bombshells about the royal family, but I think she'll time it up very carefully. She needs to build up her profile as the wonderful and beautiful Duchess, a wronged angel, for it to sell. She won sympathy at the Invictus Games, and all of these appearances are deliberate. It's all part of the image she wants to create. And I've told you this, reading after reading after reading. She wants to come out as the perfect wife, the perfect mother. They're trying to turn her around. And she wants to build up her profile as the wonderful and beautiful Duchess, a wronged angel. Like, are you kidding me? Like, are you kidding me? Are you effing kidding me? Her reputation can't get any worse, so she can only go up from here. Yeah, she's had a Ten of Swords moment over and over and over. I can't argue with that, actually. But somehow I know the flopples will make it drop even further. Anyways, I digress. It's been over 3 years since Meghan and Harry, 39, stepped down as senior royals in January 2020. And while they supposedly set out to carve out their own identities and gain privacy away from their life in the royal family, the successes exes have continued to blast Harry's family at almost every opportunity. This is the most truthful part of this whole article. But following their 2021 interview with Oprah Winfrey, during which the couple accused the royals of racism and bullying, which were all lies, and their December Netflix documentary, which were all lies, and the release of Harry's sensational memoir that Meghan wrote, Spare, in January saw Harry and Meghan receive a huge backlash, which they rightfully deserved. Since the book's release, the couple have led increasingly separate lives, with rumors circulating that their 5-year marriage may be going through hard times after Harry was reported to be spending time at exclusive Hollywood members club and their joint appearances dwindled. And then here's a picture of our beautiful Catherine visiting charity in London last week. But now Tom confirms that while Meghan had been trying to carve out her own brand, the loss of her and Harry's deal with Spotify in June, and the complete cancellation of her garbage podcast, and the fear that their partnership with Netflix could also break down, which it already has once again forced the couple to turn back to their royal feud to fund their lavish lifestyle in Montecito, which they do not live in. He says, I never really believed the rumors of a split. Harry will be very supportive. He's besotted with her and he hasn't gotten anywhere to go now anyway. He's trapped with her in California, which I just read about, that Harry doesn't have a family and he doesn't have her either. They're always thinking of ways to earn money and stay in the public eye. I don't think they're going to get much more money out of the Netflix and Spotify, so that's really got to be her memoir. There's nothing else. Again, another true statement. The memoir will be the journey of a girl, a social justice warrior, who became this self-made power broker who was then appallingly treated in London. Oh my God. But has always been fighting for survival and was given fame through her achievements. Yeah, her achievements of placing her legs in a particular way up in the air like she didn't care. It's a fantasy story, but that is part of her psychology. This will be like a blockbuster fiction dreamscape book. After 2 years of silence following the late Queen's public statement after Harry and Meghan's interview with Oprah, which boasted the famous "recollections may vary" line, the royals have increasingly made moves to isolate the suck exes. In March, the couple were evicted from Frogmore Cottage, their UK home, and Harry's appearances at the King Charles coronation in May was marked by his noticeable distance from his family and allegedly his cocaine use. In August, his HRH title was also dropped from the royals' official website, and earlier this month, the family were reported not to have invited him or Meghan to their intimate gathering to mark the first anniversary of the death of the Queen, which is false. They were invited, leaving Harry to visit her grave solo early that morning during his brief visit to the UK, which was his choice. And while their latest move was to publicly ignore Harry's 39th birthday on the 15th of September, an insider says the royals are now bracing for the very worst as news of Meghan's memoir sweeps the palace. It's not a memoir, it's a work of fiction. A source says they know there's no smork without fire and are bracing for the worst scenario, which is a savage, all-out attack on the monarchy that would make Spare look like a picnic by comparison. Because, as stated, that's all they have. That's all they have. And where is their... What happened to their "we're not going to attack the royal family anymore" stance that they made a couple of months ago? These flopples are liars, liars, and liars. And then there's a picture here of William at the Billion Oyster Project in New York, being handsome as usual. Damage. Meghan continues to keep her cards very close to her chest with respect to these plans. And it's not wrong to say the project isn't in the works. Not yet, at least, because by all accounts, it hasn't been officially greenlit yet. But there's no doubt that the damage and humiliation she could inflict on the monarchy is absolutely limitless. I don't agree with that at all. To say they're panicking is an understatement, and for a very good reason. They would be panicking because it's going to be lies and lies and lies and lies and lies. And their stance is never complain, never explain, to ignore her. She is just trying to poke this bear because they are ignoring her. And it's called graystoning, which is the worst thing you can do to a narcissist. And so she is poking and poking and poking, and she's poking to try to get a reaction. Not that any of these allegations will be true at all. And, you know, the royal family's been around for over 1,000 years, and whole countries have attacked them. And they've been besieged, and they've come roaring back. So if I were her, I'd be very, very careful about this. Meanwhile, Prince William's reputation continues to soar. Remember, I did that reading, and the one card said soar. Remember the crow reading I did about his trip to New York, and the card, the future, said soar. Anyways, I digress. After he flew to New York last week to promote his initiative, the Earthshot Prize, with fans lining the streets to welcome him. Kate Middleton also remains one of the most loved family members, staying in the UK last week to care for Prince George, 10, Princess Charlotte, 8, and 5-year-old Prince Louis, while also looking stunning in a camel suit when she visited a youth intervention charity in London. But Tom says Meghan's dwindling popularity could actually work in her favor. The thing about Meghan's reputation now is it can't get worse, so she can only go up. There is certainly a stark competition. Here are the Sussexes campaigning in Germany, and here is William campaigning in New York. There's a battle between the brothers, as there is between the sisters-in-law. I don't agree with that. I think Catherine doesn't, it's not a battle. There's no comparison. The Princess of Wales has the oomph behind her to protect her family. But Tom says Meghan's dwindling popularity could actually work in her favor. Oh, I've already just read that, sorry. The Waleses have created themselves as a very popular couple, but as the Invictus game shows, the Sussexes are putting up a very good fight against them, and the fight is not over. The battle continues, by Lauren Hill Rogers. Now, remember I read that William Morris Endeavours was really excited about how the Invictus Games went for Meghan and Harry, and especially Meghan, and now we see why. They're going to be pumping out article after article after article after article about how fabulous Meghan is, how wonderful they're doing, and this memoir we're going to see the fallen angel, about how she can pick herself up and dust herself off. And I'm sorry, I don't know what it's going to take to clean up that reputation. I honestly don't. And there's been rumors that if they can't turn it around, she will be dropped. And so, well, let's see. But anyways, let's see what the cards have to say about this.
Well, hello, my fabulous friends again. Well, that article, for some reason, has really, really riled me up. And just because it's so filled with lies, and Meghan and her team wrote it. Number one, there's no mention of their children. They mention the Wales children. There's no mention of their children. It's all about Meghan, and nothing about Harry. And you could just tell it was Meghan's shots fired. Let's put it that way. Shots fired. Because if you go right to the end of the article, it says nothing has been greenlit yet. It doesn't go into a lot of the things that she's done absolutely wrong, all the flops that she's had. Yeah, they mention Spotify and Netflix to make it look like, this doesn't come from Meghan's team, but they don't go deeply into how horrible Archetypes was, or to how much a lot of their Netflix things, the Heart of Invictus and the other one, I even forgot what it's called, absolutely flopped. They don't mention those. And, so if this was hard-hitting journalism that you don't expect from Closure, but if this was a balanced article, there'd be a little bit more about some of the things that they've touched that actually have turned to poop. So anyways, we have the pulp tarot on the table, and we are going to read how credible of a threat is this memoir. Like, it's a fiction. It's going to be a work of fiction. Like when you, and that's another way you could tell that Meghan's team wrote it. It's going to be about a girl and about how she was a social justice warrior and everything she had to go through, all the positions her legs had to take to get her to where she was, and how to be a gold digger on a yacht. And can you imagine that coach that she could be? How to bag a prince, different positions of your legs, different positions of your mouth, whatever it would take, right? But how to bag a prince, coach. How to bag your own prince, coach. But the thing is, the joke's on Meghan. There's a lot more people with a lot more money than Prince Harry. And I think once she found that out, that's when she wanted to leave the royal or she got kicked out of the royal family. They still banging it on in that narrative that they left the royal family. No, they got kicked out of the royal family. Big difference. But yeah, the palace is always worried about things like this because they don't retaliate. They can't say, anybody can say anything they want, and they know they're not going to be taken to task. They know they aren't going to be taken to court. They haven't said anything, any rebuttals about any of the Oprah interview, about the book that Meghan wrote, Spare. So they've already seen her memoir. So why wouldn't they be scared? Why wouldn't they be scared? It's just a media nightmare. It's just a media nightmare. Maybe this is why Kate and William have hired a CEO for. If you looked at Neil Sean, it says so they can get control of all their different marketing and PR and whatnot, and maybe they're bracing themselves for this. Trying to stay ahead of it, but once again, the Flopples are big fat liars when they said we aren't going to go down that path and disparage the royal family anymore. And here they are, but we all knew that. So let's see, how much of a credible threat is this memoir? Oh, look how chatty the guards are. Oh, they can't wait to spill these beans. Oh, Nine of Pentacles. It's going to be a flop. It's going to be a flopples. Here she is, Nine of Pentacles. This is the Hollywood blockbuster superpower on her head. No money, unsuccessful, all alone. No, absolutely not. Great card to start. Great card. Yeah, and about the family, about the legacy, about... here she is attacking the Ten of Pentacles. That is the extended family. That is the royal family. That is Charles and William and the children and Anne and Andrew and all of them. So here she is attacking the royal family about the legacy. But does she not realize it also affects her children's legacy? Like, how selfish can you be? Oh, the tower. Dun, 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 dun. This is going to be a really slow train wreck we're going to watch. Oh, the Hermit in reverse. The tower in reverse, the Hermit in reverse. I think this will be the end for Harry. This is going to disrupt. I think there's no coming back for Harry after this. I think there's not. Oh, Queen of Swords. There's my divorce card. There's the legal. Now, the King of Swords. Yes, it's also William, but it's also a lawyer, a judge. The Queen of Swords is legal papers like your will, your documents, your leases, your contracts, and whatnot. And look at this. When we do the pillar cards here, the Nine of Pentacles, the Tower in the middle, Queen of Swords. I think the contracts aren't going to really show up. I think Harry's going to block them. He's right here, not even let the Tower to the contract. And of course, Harry, he still has some beloved family members, believe it or not. You can be arguing with one part of your family and still enjoy other parts of your family. Like we just said they went to go see Eugenie. I did read that Harry was going somewhere hot after Invictus Games, but not with Meghan, with one of his friends or somebody that he met at Invictus Games. I'm going to re-look at that. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw something from Eugenie saying, "Oh, we weren't there," or something, some kind of rebuttal or something. Two of Swords. Yeah, you know what? The royal family, I think they're bracing themselves for this, and they are deciding what to do about it here with the Two of Swords. They know they have to make a decision, and they're stubbornly not making a decision. Three of Wands in reverse. I don't think this is going to go anywhere. I really don't. Three of Wands in reverse. It's not like if this was upright, it'd be like she's going to throw it out there in the public and see what happens. Right now, I don't think there's any real meat to this story. I think this is shots fired. Six of Swords on top of the Hermit. I wouldn't be surprised if Harry said, if you want me to continue to play along, you cannot do this. You cannot do this. I think Harry will be really relieved when it's kibosh. The Fool in reverse. Yeah, you know what? This would be such a foolish move. Such a foolish move. Seven of Wands. Harry, defend me. Defend me. They're mean to me. They're mean. Look at, they're racist and bullies. And all right, Meghan. Yeah, you know what? Meghan's being an idiot, running to Knight of Wands in reverse. This isn't going to go anywhere. This isn't going to go anywhere. I think this is an article in the media that is meant to scare the royal family. And that might be why the royal family is not making a decision on it right now. I think it's a direct threat. I think that's all it is a threat, maybe an ultimatum. Five of Wands in reverse. This just goes to show the fight is still going on. But here's the thing. This is a one-arm fight. Meghan's the only one fighting. They're ignoring her. And she's like, poke, respond to me. Here's some, respond to me, poke. That's what she's doing. Four of Swords, upright. Say it with me. I'm a social justice warrior. I'm here to burn it down. No, she's not going to go anywhere. King of Wands, you know who might stop her is WME, William Morris Agency. This is the Ari card. He's an Aries. And the Emperor in reverse. Ten of Cups in reverse. You know what? I think that she knows that in some respect that would be the end of her and Harry. In some respect, they might be waiting for the divorce, and maybe they might do a divorce book. But I think Ari's also the Emperor in reverse. And I think here with the King of Wands, he's the owner of, or co-owner or something. He's a bigwig. And with the Emperor in reverse can be a real bully. I think, and with Justice in reverse and Four of Swords, and I think maybe he might be trying to bully the royal family. I think he's also trying to bully Little Miss Nobody and tell her that's enough. You know, I think this article that went out had two features. It was to scare the royal family, like what do they want out of the royal family? I think they're trying to be bullies in all of this. But I think Ten of Cups in reverse and the Moon in reverse, the Hangman in reverse. You know what it would end up doing? I think the retaliation would be the royal family would not retaliate directly. You know what the royal family would actually do? Release the true information about that family. Because the Ten of Cups is your immediate family. So that would be Harry, Meghan, and the children. The Ten of Pentacles is the extended family, the legacy. So here we have the Ten of Cups in reverse, the Moon in reverse, which is my truth card. So this is a family in distress, a family breaking up, a family not getting along. Here's the Moon card in reverse, the moon bump. This is my truth card. The hangman, release the truth about this damn family already. So they wouldn't directly retaliate. They wouldn't directly say, I've got, oh, this isn't true and this is the proof. They would, oh, this isn't true, this is the proof. They wouldn't do that. They'd release this. And now I'm beginning to think with this Page of Wands, because Meghan's a Wands, and here she is announcing, here she is in the media announcing, and actually to Kate here, to the Queen of Pentacles. You know what? I'm sorry I call her Kate. William also calls her Kate. He calls her Catherine. For 10 years before she became the Princess of Wales, I called her Kate. I'm having a difficult time. It's just like, I have a nephew who's now my niece, and I also blunder that up. So just bear with me. Please don't make a comment down below. I'm sorry. I'm trying, and sometimes I stumble, and that's okay. I think that here we have, I think what she is doing, and in this article, we've seen other articles, it's Meghan versus Catherine. This is, of course, is Catherine. This also can be Queen Elizabeth, that she might have news about her. I don't think so. I think this is about Catherine. And I think this is preemptive. Catherine, if you release the information about my children, and if you go back to my last reading I did about Uncle William and Auntie Catherine, if you release the information about my children, I've got some information I'm going to release about you. I think we've got a little battle of the truth here going on, and it's been going on for a while, as we all know. Nine of Wands upright, and the World in reverse. This battle is not done. But somebody will be ruined over this. This Ten of Swords upright, Nine of Cups in reverse. Somebody is not going to get their wish. Eight of Wands in reverse and Temperance in reverse. I think Meghan will be ruined by this. So either way, Meghan is ruined. Either way, she's going to be ruined by the truth of those children coming out, or she's going to be ruined when she publishes this work of fiction. Either way, I think she's cornered. She's not, I keep telling you guys, she's not smart. She's not smart at all. She has no intelligence. She's streetwise, and she's sly, and she's a vixen, and she's a harlot, and she's gotten herself where she's gotten to by a lot of underhanded type of work. Well, that's what my sources are telling me. So that is, she learns by throwing rocks at things and seeing what gets thrown back. And I think that this is a bit of a mini war of words that is going to go nowhere but the ruin of somebody, and it's not going to be the royal family. It's not going to, otherwise I'd get the Hierophant in reverse. Otherwise I'd get the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Otherwise I would get the King of Swords in reverse, the King of Cups in reverse. No, I think Ari's being a bit of a bully here. I think we're doing some preemptive stuff, but he is not going to let Meghan write that book while he is repping her. It would devastate everything that they've done. And it's interesting that, you can tell Meghan wrote or it comes from Meghan's people, because it's glowing how great they did at Invictus when we all know they didn't. Oh, and then I just said, there's the Hierophant in reverse. I just said it. Magician in reverse, Knight of Swords upright, King of Cups in reverse, Strength. I think here what we're seeing is she thinks she's got the upper hand here. She thinks with the Knight of Sword here, she can goad the royal family into replying with the King of Cups in reverse, Temperance in reverse. I just said the royal family, I don't think they'll be okay, because I didn't see all these cards, and here they all show up in reverse. Isn't that always the way? I think with the Magician here and Knight of Swords here, it's going to be a war of words. right? Swords are words. It's going to be a war of words here. It's going to be played out in the media. You know what? The royal family might actually take a hit. They might take a hit. She might think that she's got all the power, but now I've got to read what the and then the King of Swords in reverse, the Devil in reverse, Ace of Wands upright, Eight of Swords upright. You know what? They have an ace up their sleeve over the Devil. Look at this Wands beating the Devil with an ugly stick. I've got an ace up my sleeve. I've got to go away, go away. I think she's kind of trapped by that. She thinks she's got one over on William, because also King of Swords in this regard. Yes, it can be William, and yes, she's going to attack William because she can't have him. But this also could be the lawyers that she knows they can't touch. She knows they won't get a lawyer and fight her on it. She knows that. She knows they won't. That's her strength, that she can say whatever she wants about them and they won't get a lawyer. But they've got an ugly stick that they've got on her. Beat you with my ugly stick. They've got an ace up their sleeve here. They've got an ace up their sleeve, and she knows she's trapped by it. She knows she's trapped by it. Seven of Swords in reverse. I'm going to stop there. Interesting how this is going to go. And as I've said before, I think this is all going to be played out in the media. I don't think Meghan's that smart. I think she's being held back by Ari telling her to smarten up. We just have to really have a lot of discernment about what we indulge in on the internet. Look at that. The clock agrees with me 3 times. So I'm right now, what the cards are telling me, the energies of the cards right now are telling me the book is a no-go. It's because she's trapped by what they've got on her. I think this is just shots fired. All right. Well, thank you very much for spending your time with me. I sure appreciate it. Take good care. See you online. Bye for now.